Hey, my handsome ladies and gentlemen, this is Shmeaty. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. We're going to be taking a look at a pretty fun team today, courtesy of my good friend Neo Doombot. He submitted CENTISCORCH footage, and why CENTISCORCH? Well, because he was playing in the Catch Cup, and everybody had access to getting newly built SCIZORs, and maybe trying to make their last second push with their Shadow SCIZORs. However, CENTISCORCH is here to say absolutely not, and of course, let's just get right into it. In game number 1, CENTISCORCH leads into Shadow Fortress. It could not be any worse for our opposing trainer, and they're staying in for some reason. In comes a Primeape. I guess they really didn't know what to do up against the CENTISCORCH. Primeape desperately looking to throw a move at the Dachshund. Dachshund does not care, going to be able to easily tank the Ice Punch, and I guess the opponent is just like, yeah, game's over, GG's. Getting into the next game. Oh my god, a SCIZOR? Oh, CENTISCORCH is on that SCIZOR like white on rice, and they are going to safe switch into Samurott, which is going to be met with Toedscruel. Samurott does have super effective bug type and ice type coverage. This is only enough for a Mega Horn, but they do send the Mega Horn, so a very important shield by the Toedscruel. We're going to fire off a Wrap. Wrap is going to get the Samurott into Mutt Slap downrange, as Samurott is very, very glassy. And now, what is it the opposing trainer decides to send in? SCIZOR's not going to have too much of a good time here. They are going to bring in the SCIZOR, but we're able to reach the Earth Power. Do they think we're walled? We're firing off the Earth Power onto the SCIZOR. SCIZOR does not respect it, and in comes a Hakoma-O, only to get fully charmed down by the Dachshund. This is absolute peak Catch Cup gameplay if ever I've seen it. Unfortunately, in the next lead, our fun is going to be halted as CENTISCORCH leads into Giratina Altered. Shadow Giratina, of course, a top meta threat in the Open Great League, so in the Catch Cup, it's going to be even better. We're going to be able to fire off a Crunch at the Giratina, and now we're going to fire off one further Ember and catch what was hopefully a Dragon Claw, but ended up being an Ancient Power onto our Dachshund. I suppose if they have Ancient Power, they may as well throw it, as it is double super effective into the Fire and Bug typing. In comes Cradily. Cradily going to hit the Dachshund with a Rock Tomb, but Dachshund is going to hang on with very low HP and fire off a Psychic Fangs as a parting gift. Now, what do we even bring in here? I guess we're going to bring in the Toedscruel, or maybe we're trying to win the Information Wars, but we are going to bring in the Toedscruel. The Cradily is going to hopelessly throw what can at maximum be a neutral move. Do they go for the Rock Tomb? No, this Cradily actually has a couple brain cells rattling up in that noggin of theirs, and they fire off the Grass Knot. What are they going to bring in next? Toedscruel's pretty loaded on energy here, and they are going to bring in the SCIZOR. Oh my god, are they expecting it? Do they respect the Earth Power? No, they don't! Rip SCIZOR! And now they're gonna bring in the Giratina. Giratina is now going to have to deal with getting wrapped, but although the wrap isn't going to do a sizable amount of damage, oh, the lunge. Oh, we're going for the lunge! Lunge onto the Giratina. They're going to shield it up because they saw the Crunch earlier in the game. We needed that lunge debuff in order to survive the Shadow Claws most likely. They are going to be able to reach another move here. Everybody's just throwing the move that they get first here. Dragon Claw, is it going to be enough? Not quite. They're going to be able to make a last second move. Are we going to be able to slap down with Toedscruel? How healthy is Toedscruel is the question. Toedscruel not quite healthy enough. GG's to this trainer. Alright, and the next one's going to be CENTISCORCH leading into Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz does have access to super effective Air Slash, which they would generally run, and I thought they would be running in this cup. Maybe this one specifically got messed up by one too many Giratinas, and they said, nope, stuff that, I'm using Snarl from now on. Nevertheless, CENTISCORCH is going to retaliate with a Lunge. Lunge is going to grab a shield from the Mandibuzz. That's interesting. They are going to be able to reach an Aerial Ace here. I can't believe they're nerfing my GOAT Aerial Ace. It was already a bad move. Why did we need to make it worse? I'm so confused. My complaining aside, though, we are going to fire off a Lunge once again at the Mandibuzz. We shield up the Aerial Ace for the first time, and now the Dark Pulse is needed to get the KO, but the Dark Pulse does not do enough, so we are going to live on just about 1 HP, fire off a last second Lunge to pick up the knockout, and they're going to bring in their Dunsparce to get a 1 rollout head start. But Dunsparce is completely and utterly walled by Toadscruel, and they're going to bring in their own Toadscruel. But this is really bad for the opponent because we can just go for the wrap, switch into Dashbun, and Dashbun is going to completely charm down without having to commit a single shield. Even if they get the Earth Power and Earth Power debuff us, it's still not going to save them. The charm is just too oppressive from the Dashbun. Dashbun looking for the farm down, and from this range, oh my goodness, this is absolutely massive. Letting the Toadscruel throw the Seed Bomb at the Dashbun to get the farm down with our own Toadscruel. They are going to bring back in the Dunsparce, but because of the very unique grass and ground typing, Dunsparce is once again completely useless. And in the next game, oh, it's a Shadow SCIZOR, and Shadow SCIZOR immediately save switches into a Dusclops. And these are two very top meta Pokemon, but sometimes that happens in Catch Cup. People do not care, and they will say, you know what, I need to hit Legend. I am building these top meta Pokemon once again. Nevertheless, we're firing off the Earth Power. Earth Power onto the Dusclops is going to grab the shield. Dusclops is going to be able to pick up the knockout with a Shadow Punch here. It's not really a whole lot of reason to shield, because if we shield, we're just going to get outpaced anyway. Shadow Punch is going to be enough to KO. What do we even bring in here? It has to be Dashbun. We're going to lose the Information Wars here, but that's fine, because Dashbun's not going to have a whole lot of play into that Shadow SCIZOR. They're going to be able to fire off Shadow Punch after Shadow Punch after Shadow Punch, because Dusclops is just that spammy. I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to reach yet another Shadow Punch here. We're going for the full Charm Down. In comes the SCIZOR. The opponent, I guess they have amnesia. There's a CENTISCORCH on the team. Sir, what are we doing? They're going to fire off a move. CENTISCORCH, of course, going to have to shield it up. And we are going to get that full Ember down. That didn't take very long at all. They're going to bring back in the Dusknoir. Dusknoir? I thought it was the Dusclops. I guess they have... Was SCIZOR Double Dusk? What is this? They are going to look to get a cheeky Astonish down, but it's not going to be enough. We're going to fire off the Lunge. Are we able to switch yet? I don't think our switch timer is quite yet up. Not quite yet. It looks as if that was a CMP tie. We're going to let this move go and fully trust in the Dashbun. Dashbun has one shield remaining. The Dusknoir can't get any further moves, so if we are not in Astonish down range after leaving this matchup, we are going to be in a very nice spot. Psychic Fangs onto the Dusclops. They are going to get KO'd. In comes the Dusknoir, unable to make a move. GG's to this trainer. Getting into the next one, CENTISCORCH leading into Toadscruel. This is actually fine. CENTISCORCH does have a neutrality to ground thanks to its bug subtyping. A niche that not any fire types outside of, I think, Talonflame have. Nevertheless, we are going to be able to connect with a Lunge. We grab that shield. And if they don't have Earth Power here, we're in a good spot. They go for the Wrap. Wrap's not going to be enough. We are going to look to reach another Lunge, and we're able to reach it. This will either get the KO or the second shield from the Toadscruel, and they go down 2 shields. That is very nice for us. I think here we're just going to bring in our own Toadscruel to soak whatever energy they throw. They have a Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff without any shields is not a very safe Wigglytuff, as we're going to be able to fire off an Earth Power, massive damage onto the Wigglytuff. They're going to be able to reach an Icy Wind here, but that's okay. Are we going to shield it up? No, it's just a Swift. They are going to not be able to take out the Toadscruel, and they are going to bring back in their own Toadscruel in tow. I'm going to shield whatever this is. Of course, I agree with this decision. It's a Bastiodon in the back, and Bastiodon is my top op. I was going to make a Catch Cup video, and my team was triple weak to Bastiodon, and I refused to build anything for Catch Cup, so I hate this Pokemon. I hate Catch Cup. And anyway, we're going to be able to go for Psychic Fangs after Psychic Fangs. Are we going to shield up? We're going to have to. Please tell me the Charmer is going to beat the Bastiodon. This would be the perfect crime. This would be Bastiodon's karma, and I hope that Bastiodon incurs all of this karma. Another Psychic Fangs. It's not going to do a lot of damage, but what it will do is put the Bastiodon closer and closer into 1 Mud Slap range. This is going to be tough. They are like triple debuff. Can we live a Smackdown? Yes, but they're not in 1 Mud Slap range. But we get the last second Wrap. Oh my goodness, the Wrap KOs the Bastiodon. Get that out of here. I hope that happens to every single Bastiodon player, by the way. Nevertheless, Primeape in the next lead. CENTISCORCH does have a Karate Chop resist, which is going to be very helpful in this matchup. Embers tearing through the poor Primeape's health. They build up to 5. This could be a close combat, but we're not going to respect it. They send the close combat. It does almost all of our health. What is happening? My poor CENTISCORCH, my goat. I'm going for the Lunge. Lunge is going to KO the Primeape, and we are going to be able to take the Zero Shield here. It's going to be a Talonflame getting switched in. It's a Shadow Talonflame at that. What do we even do here? Bringing in the Dash Bun. Dash Bun. I think we just lose this game. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Are we going to be able to 2-shield through this? I don't think so. We're going to go for it. 3 charms, 4 optimal fast move timing, and a Psychic Fangs. Psychic Fangs onto the Talonflame. Is it going to be enough? It grabs a shield. So we're not in the worst position ever. Hey, if our Toedscruel can avoid this Pokemon, we're going to be in a good spot. They go for the Flame Charge again. They bring in Degene. Oh my goodness, this is the perfect Pokemon for us to see. Degene is going to be in for such a tough time. They're going to have to go for the Player Up. The Player Up only does half. We're going to be able to reach an Earth Power here, and they're getting fully slapped down. That is absolutely Degene's karma. We are going for the wrap. Wrap onto the Talonflame is going to grab the shield. No need to throw a further Mud Slap. This next wrap, now that they're debuffed, will KO. GG's to this trainer. Alright, getting into the next one. CENTISCORCH into Shadow Charjabug. Okay, fast move check. Are they on Bug Bite? Are they on Volt Switch? They are on Volt Switch. They're going to bring in their Moltres. Moltres. Oh my goodness, this is so tough for them. They're going to bring in Moltres only to get fully charmed through. They go for the Brave Bird. One more charm from there will do it. And now what do they even bring in? I guess they could bring in the Charjabug if they really want. But, oh, we make the Psychic Fangs. I think we live that Volt Switch anyway. I mean, they are Shadow. It depends. We actually live, and, oh, that's so much worse for them because another Charm's going to land. CENTISCORCH coming back in, but we don't have to even commit a shield if we don't want to. We're not going to shield. It's a Discharge. Discharge, not going to do a lot. They're bringing in their Tentacruel, but their foreign brother Toedscruel will be victorious in this matchup. Toedscruel very happy to fire off the Rat Bait because all we really need is the damage from the Mud Slaps here. And they're going to go for what could potentially be a Hail Mary Blizzard. We are going to shield it up. They get the attack drop, but we got the defense drop with the wrap, so it kind of just doesn't matter. They go for another move. They're a Shadow Tentacruel. I haven't even noticed that to that point. Nevertheless, in comes the Charjabug. But Charjabug with Volt Switch, how are you ever getting through the Toedscruel with a shield? They're just going to let go of the Earth Power. GG's to them. Getting into the next one, CENTISCORCH into Giratina Altered. Shadow Giratina, of course, likely having access to Ancient Power, so we're going to see the 1 Ember and safe switch into Toedscruel. Toedscruel is going to be hit with a Dragon Claw. It does not do quite enough damage. Is this Giratina Double Charm? Be very honest with me, opponent. Is this Giratina Double Charm? I'm going for the Earth Power. Rather, Neo's going for the Earth Power here. Mud Slap does quite a lot of damage onto the Wigglytuff, and we can bring in the CENTISCORCH, which has a Charm Resist, and comfortably be able to take either an Icy Wind or a Swift. They go for the Icy Wind because, I mean, why not? They're a degenerate Pokemon. Are they even hiding it? No. They're running Giratina and Wigglytuff on the same team. A Steel type is this trainer's worst nightmare. Nevertheless, CENTISCORCH able to reach a crunch now that we have gotten the farm down of the Wigglytuff. Are they going to respect it? They don't respect the crunch. In comes Dachsbun. Dachsbun going for the charm down. They've got a Lapras in the back, but it's a Shadow Lapras, and these charms are going to start adding up. Even more so now that we're going for the Psychic Fangs. We are never shielding our Dachsbun here. We just saved both shields for the fast move pressure. Never mind, we are going to save our shields for the fast move pressure, but the fast move pressure is going to be these charms, and the Lapras just cannot withstand the charm fast move pressure, especially because they're Shadow. They make a Sparkling Aria last second. Sparkling Aria not going to be enough. In comes Giratina, and I don't think there's a move Giratina can learn outside of Shadow Force that would KO here. Ancient Power not going to do the job. Farm down with the CENTISCORCH. GG's. We've now made it to the final game of the video, and this has been a true treat. We are going to see CENTISCORCH leading into another Snarl Mandy. They save switch into their Toedscruel this time, but Toedscruel does have a weakness to bug type damage. Are they going to shield it up? Most likely. I don't know what this thing's moveset is either. They are going to get debuffed by the Lunge, and I don't think CENTISCORCH has to shield anything here. We are going to no shield. It's a wrap, and that is absolutely massive for us. We are going to be able to go for a second Lunge. And if they don't shield this, their Mandibuzz is perpetually aligned onto a Dash Bun, so they are going to shield here. And that's not the worst ever. We're going to bring in our own Toedscruel, maybe hoping that the opponent kind of concedes switch advantage here. They're going to fire off a move. It is going to be the wrap, and they are not going to concede switch. They really need their Mandy on our Toedscruel, it would seem. We're bringing in Dash Bun. It's a Gastrodon in the back, but Gastrodon does not have any shields to speak of, so they're going to go for hopeless Body Slam bait after hopeless Body Slam bait. We are going for the Psychic Fangs ourselves, looking to ramp up our charm damage as much as possible, because these Body Slams and Mud Slaps are going to do more damage than anything the Mandibuzz can throw. So realistically, we're in a good spot to just shield up here and go for the full charm down, go for a Psychic Fangs as soon as we can get it onto the Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz not going to be in for a very nice time here as they are on Snarl. I don't think we're even close to range where the Aerial Ace is going to pick up a knockout there, especially because no fast move pressure. They're going to go for the Aerial Ace. It's not going to be nearly enough for our Toedscruel to get KO'd either. They're going to have to commit another Aerial Ace here. And I don't think there's a win con for our opponent, but they are playing it out to the bitter end. They are sick and tired of the fast move pressure that is Catch Cup, and we are going to fire off yet another wrap. This is absolutely wraps, no pun intended, for our opponent. That last wrap landing is going to seal this game. They are going to attempt an undercharge, but it just doesn't matter. Even if you have the Aerial Ace here, Dash Bun is bulky enough to survive without any issue. Aerial Ace connects, Dash Bun hangs on. GG's to this trainer. If you made it to this point in the video, thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed today's video, it has been courtesy of battle submitted by my good friend Neo Doombot. This was absolutely hilarious to see. My personal favorite part was that Bastiodon getting absolutely blasted by the combination of a full health Charmer and like a 1 HP Slapper. Get absolutely wrecked, Bastiodon. You deserved every second of it. Nevertheless, if you found enjoyment in today's video, please feel free to leave it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. My name's Shmeaty. I hope to see you all again next time, and have a good rest of your day. See ya.